are here for the DVD release celebration event for I Will Follow. So we celebrate, we talking, and we enjoying.
We are at a reunion.
That's right.
Because we were here last year this time for the actual theater, actual cinema release.
Always had this idea, always tried to get my studio clients to do it. Eileen's here, Irving's here, some people that worked with me before, all DVAers, always used to try to get clients to do it. They always would say, oh my gosh, that's a great idea, like a live commentary, like do it live. That's awesome. Yeah, no, we're not gonna try it. So we are gonna try it tonight. So basically the cast will be here, the film will be running behind it, we'll be looking up, talking, it'll probably be a little bit crazy. We're recording it, and we just wanted to kind of not to do it in a vacuum, so we want there to be some friends here, so that's why we invited you. You're extras, exactly. Exactly. This town is so Hollywood.
The movie is about Miss Salli Richardson here and how she deals with packing up her aunt's house in a day and the 12 people that come and visit her on her journey. And she kind of goes through an evolving moment in an evolving day where each person changes her in a different kind of way. When she realizes how to kind of love again and how to trust again and what she wants for herself and what she doesn't want for herself. I think it's a story of just finding yourself in a moment where you're vulnerable and you don't know what to do and you don't know who to turn to, how you find yourself.
Yeah, tell her. Go ahead.
That's pretty much what it's about. Thank you, Miss Salli. It's about her. All about her.
Ava did a really good job of figuring out where this business, right, and particularly now where we might lose jobs. Beverly wouldn't lose jobs to rappers, but Dijon and I lose jobs to rappers. And, you might lose a job to a rapper. I'm always ease up in the beast. But we are now at a place where we have to figure out how to distribute these films. And so for Ava to wear all the hats that she's wearing, and AFFRM is basically carrying it.
Those boys have been around so long. They got generations of fans. I'm first generation.
Clearly.
I'm what would be termed an OG.
Was that the OG walk? Because that's ridiculous.
That walk was not scripted. Beverly, can you tell us a little bit about how you found Amanda and what you brought to it, everything from the wardrobe to the walk?
I just know that there's a certain kind of walk you have to do. You have a little swagger about you. And so I wanted to bring that in and just have some fun. I know that I'm dying in this scene, all the scenes, I know that I'm dying, and I know that these are going to be my last well moments with my niece. And so I'm trying to have as much fun for myself and enjoy my last day of health, and also have a wonderful fun time with my niece, because I want to leave her remembering me joyous.
She really passed away in here?
Yeah.
She was always cool to me. She really play on YMCA?
Yeah.
So can can you talk a little bit about, we were doing a lot of work with the shoes, and I remember at the time you were really intent on these shoes. Do you remember this? You wanted specific shoes to pick up. You wanted the Manolos. The only pair of Manolos I own were on the floor. And you wanted to hold the Manolos, something like that.
Why?
But no, there was something about just being in the room and kind of sitting in there for a while.
It was, you know, just coming back and seeing it redressed was shocking because it was just such a difference from what it was. And I mean, though it's not real, it felt real for me coming in there. And I did find those shoes special because they were so special to you. And I didn't want him touching my shoes. And what did you do with it? But this was really your shining moment, this scene. We sort of rehearsed it, you know, that day that we got together, but it was just 3 times deeper, and you just I really just followed your lead and what you did, because it really was, I really felt that it was about your feelings in this particular scene, and just sort of going with you on your journey in it. So it was because of you that it was so wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just the attention to detail and backstory. I mean, you were very, very interested in kind of building this whole life around the character, which was important, and really kind of knowing, you know, where he lived and what he was into and who his friends were and what he wore, even down to the wardrobe. We talked about that quite a bit, and I just thought that for a young actor, that commitment to the backstory and to the details of it. I mean, it's what everyone should be doing, but it doesn't happen that way. So I'm just really appreciative of all that you put into it.
You talked?
Well, small talk now and then. She said she was a musician and she always lived in apartments. But she loved the trees and the birds and always wanted to live in Topanga. And here she was. And she seemed very much at home. She reminded me of my wife. Not in looks, but in that way people have when they're taking stock.
I just wanted to talk about this scene a little bit because it was a real editing issue. We really only had one side of the scene. So when you see him is the only time that he's viewable. And we had to figure out how to make it work. So we cut in the walk, right? How do you get around issues, especially Indy? We were losing light. It was a disaster when we got in the editing room. But we intercut it with something else, and there's always a way to make it work. How long did that take us? About 9 weeks to figure that out, Spencer? But a few reviews have pointed that scene out, and it's just kind of like, wow, little did they know.
Very good woman.
Oh, the best. You could be sitting next to her on a bus and not know that you were sitting next to a superhero. She just looked like a regular lady.